Okay everyone, so I've now completed the wingtips. You can see that it's got the top and bottom leading edge sheeting on it with the plywood core in the middle. So that plywood core will help me when I'm shaping it. I've got where these ribs, this generation of the kit has a little gap where I've had to fill, it's basically a 2mm gap. The ribs have like a too large of a notch, so I filled that in with 2mm wood. You basically just take like a stick of wood, push it down, touch a bit of CA to it, and then cut it off. I have to do that top and bottom for most of the riblets. The main ribs are fine. Did the same thing on this one. And so now, just to check the fit of this wingtip to the inboard panel, slide on my plywood facing rib, and then into the slot. If you remember, when we were building this, we cleared out this slot so that there's a hole that this dihedral brace can fit into. That slides into there, and voila. You have to line up the little leading edge notch, and there you go. You can see the whole wing fits together nicely. The dihedral brace is sandwiched in there. And so what I'll do when I'm ready is I will pin down the inner panel, and I'll make myself a little jig for the wingtip. To make sure that the height of the wingtip is correct relative to the inboard panel. So I'll have a little jig that sits there and holds it up at the correct angle. And I'll clamp all this together and glue it all with CA, thin CA in this case, so it soaks in through the whole joint, and that'll be done. But before I do that, the next step will be to just rough shape the leading edge, wingtip, trailing edges for all the panels. And I do that before I join them together so that I'm just working with a single panel, and I can pin it down to my building board on the edge and use a plane to plane it off and get the right shape. So that'll be the next video. I'll show you how I plane the trailing edges, and then I'll show you how I plane the leading edges and use the jigs, laser cut little jig to check the shape of the leading edge. So that'll be in the next video. So right now we have basically got all the wing panels for the Thermal Hunter built. Now we're moving on to shaping trailing edges, shaping the leading edge. And once that's done to my satisfaction, and I've done some basic sanding, of course it's easier to sand all these panels when they're as single flat panels. So I'll do all of that. I won't show video of it, I'll just show some basic technique videos, and then that'll be that. And then the next one you'll see will be of me doing an assembly of the wingtip panel. And then I will shift on to doing the wing joiners, which join each wingtip panel to the center panel. All right, thanks for watching.